Guys, Cloudflare just completely gutted their team. They laid off over 1,100 employees. That's 20% of their staff, which is absolutely remarkable and insane. And quite frankly, for subscribers, probably not that huge of a shock. Today, we're just going to briefly cover what does Cloudflare do and why did this layoff happen. So firstly, Cloudflare is one of the largest internet networks, and they're especially focused on security, cyber security. And this is particularly important in an AI world where cybersecurity threats are becoming more and more common. We're seeing hacks and DDoS attacks and all sorts of bugs happening all over the web. You know it, I know it, it's not going to stop, it's only going to speed up. And one of the only ways to fight against these AI-driven attacks is with AI-driven defenses. And that leads us to the why. Why are they cutting so much of their staff? It's AI. It's absolutely AI. They're making a major shift into an agentic AI first operating model. But listen, don't just take my word for it. I'm just a regular guy like you. Don't just take my word for it. Listen to what the CEO, Matthew Prince, said in a public blog. Quote, "The way we work at Cloudflare has fundamentally changed. We don't just build and sell AI tools and platforms. We are our own most demanding customer." Quick side note, guys, when it comes to building a side hustle or a business, which I think everybody should be doing now, solving your own problems is one of the best ways to start your own business. Be your own best customer. Solve the problem. Only you know your pain points better than anyone else. Solving your own problems is a great place to start. Anyway, let's get back to this. He says, quote, "Cloudflare's usage of AI has increased more than 600% in the last 3 months alone. Employees across the company, from engineering to HR to finance to marketing, run thousands of AI agent sessions each day to get their work done. That means we have to be intentional in how we architect our company for the agentic AI era in order to supercharge the value we deliver to our customers and to honor our mission to help build a better internet for everyone, everywhere." Whew. I mean, guys, we cover a lot of stories. This might be the way that Matthew Prince points it out there, a 600% increase, thousands of AI agents all across every vertical of the company is like, it's like you can't put it out there in a more dynamic way. If you thought that AI, you might be able to skate by without learning AI and how to deploy these agents, you're wrong. And guys, we've been talking about, if you're a subscriber to the channel, again, this would not be a surprise to you. You would be up to date on this. This is the year, I've been saying it over and over, this is the year where we stop looking at AI as a tool and we start looking at AI as an employee. And it looks like that's exactly what Cloudflare is doing. Now, let's go a little bit into the financials. This is interesting here because despite this move and despite a strong first quarter in earnings, their stock dropped 19%. Huge drop in their stock, guys, which again is also interesting because they had strong earnings and their stock is up 30% on the year. And what I think is also an interesting kind of sub-narrative here is a lot of people say that when companies announce layoffs due to AI, that it's AI washing. They're actually not doing very well financially. They're struggling, and they say, well, let's just gut a bunch of staff, let's clear a bunch of expenses, and then we're just going to blame it on AI so that we're AI forward. I think this didn't. If that's what they were trying to do, let's just say it did not work because their stock cratered. And you know, I'm not saying that that doesn't ever happen. I'm not saying that no companies do this AI washing, but it doesn't appear to be the fact here. They're just reorganizing. And we talked about this in Microsoft a few videos. I'll share a link to it here. We talked about this in Meta a few videos ago. I'll put a link to that here. Also, what these companies are doing is trimming out layers of their organizational structure to become more streamlined and to leverage AI agents to connect the dots. You know, again, Cloudflare is completely redesigning their entire organizational structure, and they clarified that these cuts reflect a redesign of internal processes and roles. The big question you should be asking yourself in the company you work for is, where do I fit in these internal processes and roles? Am I still valuable? Where do I provide the value? And I'll tell you what, if you're not learning how to deploy AI agents to make yourself more efficient, you are your head is on the block right now. like Eddard Stark. Your head is on the block if you are not deploying agents. I'll play it just gonna say it one more time for the people on the back. If you're not deploying AI agents and you work on a computer, in 2026, your head is on the block. It's not a good place to be, guys. It's not a safe place to be. I'm sorry to get so visceral and real. I just want to kind of that's one of the reasons I started this channel, guys, is to wake people up. I'm not as concerned about the Terminator. I'm concerned about guys like you being able to remain relevant, respected, and financially free in a world that's changing just incredibly rapidly. The scale, the speed, the scope is really remarkable. And another term I just want to kind of highlight here in that message that the CEO, Matt, said. He said, AI implementation has increased sixfold in 3 months. 3 months. And we're seeing with Anthropic, that company's margins have completely flipped around over the past 3 months. AI companies we're starting to see that a lot of people have said that AI is hype and we're not going to see the real productivity, but we're starting to see it now. Companies are implementing, they're taking notice. But you look, listen, check it out. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged, because with new solutions are going to come new problems, and that's where you slot in. That's where guys like you and me find our niches and our opportunities. What am I doing on my side? Testing the new tools, building new agents and workflows in Claude. Even just today, we're going through a pretty big spreadsheet project. Spreadsheet kind of cleanup and research. I won't go into all the details, it's a little bit boring, but we had one of our SDRs kind of working through the spreadsheet. I made a copy of the spreadsheet and I said, hey, Claude, this is what I want you to do. Go through it and see if you can execute. And while I'm walking right now and talking with you, my employee Claude cowork is busy on the spreadsheet getting to work. I'll let you know how that turns out. Just stay subscribed to the channel. I'll let you know how that project works out. But basically I'm going through and screening, instead of paying a company like Apollo hundreds or thousands of dollars or Clay hundreds or thousands of dollars to clean up a spreadsheet for leads and prospects, we're gonna see if we can't take a raw list and let Claude work through it and get me contacts. We'll see. I'll let you know how that turns out. Maybe, guys, I've got some special stuff cooking because I want to help you be relevant, respected, and financially free in this new world, bringing together some of the top heads. And anyway, more coming there, okay? Regardless, build agents with Claude. Build agents in these different programs. Build relationships. And then we covered this last year, or at least a few months ago. The relationships you have quadruple or 6x your ability to get hired or find a client. That referral makes a lot of noise. But please, if you walk away with this without anything else, start thinking about additional income streams. If you're reliant on one job, one income stream, that to me is a dangerous place to be in. That's not the kind of place that I want to be. I want to be looking for additional income streams so that if I lose a big client or if I lose one income stream, I have other income streams I can lean in. Because let's just face it, this is just the latest in a big layoff related to AI. And quite frankly, yesterday, we covered the April jobs report. I'll post a link to the video here. And in that April jobs report, there is some shocking data, including the fact that so far this year, 16% of layoffs are directly related to AI. AI is cited as the reason for 16% of layoffs this year. Get this, that's up from 5% the year prior and 2.5% in 2024. And we go into some shocking statistics and data from the April jobs report. Go check that out here, and I'll see you over there. See ya, peace, boys.